everybody, welcome to English. It's Tuesday, the 12th of January 2021. I'm here, I'm going to talk you through our lesson today. So let's find out what we're going to be doing. Let's find out what our WALT is, what we are learning today. So today, our WALT, we are discussing word meaning and exploring new vocabulary. So word meaning, we'll be finding out the meanings of new words and exploring new vocabulary, finding some new words, words we might not have heard before, and exploring what they mean. Today, we're going to find out how we can be successful. And one of the most important ways we can be successful today is by listening carefully to the new words we discover and listening carefully to new words and what they mean. Now, yesterday we started our new book, The Robot and the Bluebird, and we haven't looked at the front cover yet, but we did start looking at page 1, and we did lots of exploring page 1, thinking about who the new character could be. And today we're going to carry on looking at our new book, and we're going to start with page 1 again. So hopefully you can see it on your screen. And the first thing we're going to think about is how many robots can you see on the double page spread, on the page in front of you? Now you have to look very, very carefully. Some of the robots might be large, some of them might be a little bit smaller, some of them might be tiny, some of them might be robots the way we're used to imagining robots. Some of them might look a little bit different, maybe have legs but no arms, maybe they fly. So I just want you to spend a moment and pause and just look really carefully with your looking eyes. How many different robots can you see? Can you count them? If you want to pause right now, you can. Just count. When you've done that, we're going to move on to the next slide. Now, there is a special robot on this page, and he's a robot we looked at yesterday with Mrs. Brackenbury. He's our main character. And we did talk about him a little bit yesterday with our grown-ups and with Mrs. Brackenbury. Can you remember? Can you have a think? How is this robot different? How do you think he is feeling? Why is he different? If you take a close look at him, he's sitting on the bridge where the black arrow is pointing to him. There is something very different about him. He's got a special part on his tummy that might give you a clue as to why he's different. Maybe you could pause, have a little chat with your grown-up, have a think about what makes him different. Okay, now on this slide, still looking at our picture, I'd like you to pretend to be one of the robots on this page. Have a think. How do robots move? Do they walk? How do they walk? Do they walk like you and I? How do they move their arms and legs? Can you pretend to pick something up from the ground? How would a robot do this? Would they move like we do? What noises would they make when they walk? Do they talk like you and I do? What would they say? Do they make moving sounds with their bodies? So I'd like you to take a few minutes to move around your room or in your house, wherever you are. Encourage your grown-up to join in with you so you could have a big grown-up robot and you as the little robot and move and clank around your house. Do they make smooth movements? Do they make rough, jerky movements? Move like a robot. Off you go. What do we already know about robots ourselves? I'm sure we know some things about robots even before we started reading this story. I'd like you to have a think about what you already know about robots. We'll do this as a class at school, but at home, I'd like you to put your heads together with your grown-up and see what you know already about robots. Maybe if you have a piece of paper or in your purple books at home, you could draw a simple robot in the middle or write the word robots in the middle of your page, and then just quickly draw some lines coming out from the middle of that word or that drawing and jot down some words, some simple ideas that you already know about robots. Do you know what they're made from? Do you know what sounds they might make? You've just practiced. What sounds did you make? What can robots do? Where do you think you might see a robot? Have you seen any around Milton Keynes? Sometimes we see them and they look a little bit different from this robot. What jobs could robots do for you? Anything at all that you know about robots. Maybe you know the names of some films or books where you have seen robots already. Just jot down some notes. And if you need some help from your grown-up to help you make the notes, that's absolutely fine. This is a chat where we share our ideas. Let's have another think about robots. Why are robots useful? How do they help us? You might like to have a quick little chat about that with the person you're with, and the children at school can have a chat with me. We see robots helping us in Milton Keynes sometimes. I wonder if you know what they do when we see them going past on the pavements. And there is a link on the slide, and if you click on that, that will take you to a YouTube video that can show you some more ways that robots help us. So you feel free to click on that, and then you can have a little chat about what you have seen in that video. Our main task today, we are asking you, what can robots do that humans can't? So maybe you'd like to spend a minute or two thinking about that, having a chat with your grown-up. What can robots do that humans can't? Now, to help you answer that question, this is a special type of diagram. It's called a Venn diagram, and sometimes we use them in maths and science. Today we're going to use them in our English lesson. Now, if you're at school, we will put them in our books. If you're at home in your purple book, you could ask your grown-up, please, to help you draw a Venn diagram in your book. You might want a double page to do this, grown-ups, and you need to maybe draw around a bowl or a cup and have two circles that are overlapping each other. And then on one side, we write different, the overlapping part, we write the same, and then on the other side we have different, just like the one showing on the slide here. Now, in our diagram, in our Venn diagram, we're going to think about the things on the left-hand side where it says different. So what things are different between things that only a human can do that a robot can't? What are the things on the far side that only a robot can do and a human can't? And then in the middle where it says same, what are the things that robots and humans can do? So have a little think, spend some time talking about it with your grown-up if you're at home, or with your friend if you're at school, and then you can either draw or write short sentences or lists or labels in your diagram and see how many you can think of. Oh, here we are. The slide shows it even clearer for you. So this is what we're looking for you to do for your activity. So children at home in your purple books, this is what we'd like your grown up to help you draw in your book for you. And we will do the same thing at school with our children. So one side of your diagram, things that robots can do, other side, things that only humans can do, and in the middle, are there some things that both robots and humans can do? And remember, you can show us with words, bullet points, lists, drawings, however you would like to show us, or grown-ups, if you'd like to support your child writing down their ideas, that's fine too. What we're really interested in is seeing the children's ideas and responses, not worrying too much about the writing or how it's recorded. So this slide just reiterates that your grown-up can write for you if that helps you to complete the task. Now, if you are looking for a challenge after you've completed that, we call our challenges Flying High. Are you able to explain your Venn diagram to another person at home? Can you explain what you have done, what the diagram shows? If you can, then well done. You'll have been flying high today, and we will do the same at school. Now let's reflect. What was our walk today? What were we learning? Can you remember? Can you tell your grown-up? We were learning to discuss word meaning and exploring new vocabulary. So, did you learn some new words, some new vocabulary from the videos we watched on YouTube about robots? Did you learn some new words from your Venn diagram? If you did, then well done, you completed our learning, and it means that you were successful. So well done to you, fantastic learning. Now, being successful means that we have completed our tasks, we've tried our best, and our best is always good enough. And today it meant that we joined in with learning some new words, and you were able to organise them in your Venn diagram. So well done, Year 1. Very proud of you all. Now, if we are at school today and we're discussing our WALT, and we'll be discussing why we did it, how we were successful, and sharing our work. And as we've just discussed, lots of you will be doing that at home as well. So well done to you. Remember, if you would like to share any of your children's work with us, with me, Mrs. Brackenbury or Miss Robinson, then you are very welcome to email it to us at the Parents Support address, which is on the slide. But please, can you make sure that you add your child's first name and their class so that the email gets to us, to the right teacher. Thank you. Hope you've enjoyed today's learning. See you tomorrow. Bye.